Welcome to Freema Audiobooks, where timeless wisdom meets practical application, and where lessons from history and classic literature reveal strategies for building wealth, managing money, and achieving financial security. Today we present The Richest Man in Babylon, Timeless Wealth and Money Lessons, a transformative audiobook that distills ancient principles of personal finance into practical guidance for modern life. This audiobook is not merely about accumulating money, but about understanding the mindset, discipline, and habits that lead to lasting prosperity, financial independence, and security. Over the course of this journey, you will explore how consistent saving, prudent investment, disciplined spending, and informed decision-making can create the foundation for wealth, while also learning timeless lessons about opportunity, risk, and the responsible management of resources. The principles contained within these chapters emphasize not only financial growth but also the development of character, patience, and strategic thinking, demonstrating that wealth is cultivated through discipline, knowledge, and intentional action. By internalizing these lessons, listeners gain the tools to make informed decisions, avoid financial pitfalls, and create opportunities for sustainable prosperity, regardless of starting circumstances. If this audiobook inspires you to take control of your financial future, follow Freema Audiobooks, subscribe for more practical guidance, leave a review to support our mission, and share this audiobook with anyone ready to build wealth through timeless principles. Now, prepare to journey into the wisdom of ancient Babylon, uncover strategies that have guided generations, and learn how to apply these insights to your own financial life. This audiobook is divided into 8 chapters, each designed to guide you from foundational money principles into advanced strategies for wealth accumulation, financial planning, and disciplined money management. As we begin with the first chapter, remember that building wealth is both an art and a discipline, and the insights in this audiobook provide practical tools for achieving financial success through consistent action and thoughtful decisions. Chapter 1. The Path to Wealth, Building the Foundation of Financial Success. In this chapter, titled The Path to Wealth, Building the Foundation of Financial Success, we explore the fundamental principles that create lasting prosperity, including disciplined saving, wise spending, and the development of habits that cultivate financial security, while examining the benefits of these practices, and why establishing a solid foundation is essential for long-term wealth. Building wealth begins with understanding the importance of consistently setting aside a portion of your earnings, because the habit of saving even a modest percentage creates a cumulative effect that grows over time, generating both security and opportunity. The narrator emphasizes that controlling expenditures is equally important, because spending beyond one's means undermines the ability to save and invest, and careful management of resources ensures that financial growth is both steady and sustainable. One of the key principles highlighted is that wealth is not earned solely through income, but through the combination of earning, saving, and investing wisely, which allows money to work for you rather than being consumed immediately by discretionary expenses. Developing financial discipline requires patience, foresight, and the ability to delay gratification, because resisting short-term desires in favor of long-term security builds resilience, confidence, and the capacity to accumulate substantial resources over time. The benefits of consistent saving and mindful spending are profound, because they create a buffer against emergencies, reduce financial stress, and provide the freedom to pursue opportunities that align with personal and professional goals. Investing wisely, even with small amounts, reinforces the principle that money, when allocated intelligently, grows and compounds, creating wealth that multiplies beyond the limits of ordinary labor and daily earnings. Another significant insight from this chapter is the importance of seeking knowledge, guidance, and mentorship in financial matters, because informed decisions reduce risk, enhance returns, and provide clarity in navigating complex economic landscapes. The importance of this chapter lies in demonstrating that wealth is cultivated, not inherited, and that the principles of saving, spending wisely, and investing strategically are accessible to anyone willing to practice discipline and intentionality. By internalizing these foundational principles, listeners gain the mindset, habits, and strategies necessary to begin building wealth systematically, transforming financial knowledge into actionable steps that yield long-term results. As you apply these lessons, you develop confidence in your ability to manage money effectively, create security for the future, and lay the groundwork for more advanced wealth-building strategies explored in the subsequent chapters. Ultimately, mastering the path to wealth begins with disciplined action, thoughtful planning, and the consistent application of timeless financial principles, ensuring that prosperity grows steadily and sustainably over a lifetime. Having established the foundations of wealth through saving, spending wisely, and disciplined financial habits, we now transition into Chapter 2, where we examine the importance of living below your means, controlling expenses, and prioritizing financial freedom over immediate gratification. Chapter 2. Living below your means, controlling expenses, and prioritizing financial freedom. In this chapter, titled Living Below Your Means, Controlling Expenses, and Prioritizing Financial Freedom, we explore how disciplined spending, mindful budgeting, and the conscious choice to prioritize long-term financial security over immediate gratification lay the groundwork for lasting wealth. While examining the benefits of this approach and why controlling expenditures is crucial for financial independence, living below your means begins with the recognition that wealth is built not solely by how much you earn, but by how effectively you manage and conserve what you already possess. Because uncontrolled spending quickly erodes financial potential regardless of income level. The narrator emphasizes that disciplined allocation of resources requires both awareness and intentionality, meaning every expenditure should be evaluated in the context of long-term goals rather than immediate desires or social pressures. Understanding the difference between wants and needs is critical, because distinguishing discretionary expenses from essential obligations allows for targeted savings, strategic investments, and a sustainable financial trajectory that compounds over time. Prioritizing financial freedom means making deliberate choices that favor security and growth over consumption, which includes resisting the temptation of lifestyle inflation, unnecessary debt, and impulsive purchases that offer short-term satisfaction at the cost of long-term stability. One of the most significant lessons of this chapter is that modest living with deliberate saving and investing builds resilience, reduces stress, and provides the flexibility to seize opportunities that require capital, thereby accelerating wealth accumulation. Budgeting is a practical tool in this process, as maintaining a clear picture of income, expenses, and obligations enables informed decisions, prevents overspending, and ensures that surplus funds are directed toward wealth-building avenues. Another key insight lies in the compounding effect of disciplined financial behavior, because consistent saving, careful spending, and avoidance of debt over time generate security and create opportunities for investment and growth far beyond immediate earnings. The importance of this chapter lies in demonstrating that financial freedom is a mindset as much as a practice, and that wealth is cultivated when you consistently choose long-term security over short-term indulgence, reinforcing both discipline and self-control. By internalizing these principles, listeners gain the ability to make conscious choices about spending, recognize the power of delayed gratification, and build a foundation of financial independence that supports long-term prosperity. As you apply these lessons, your confidence in managing money grows, allowing you to approach financial decisions strategically rather than reactively, and preparing you for advanced wealth-building concepts explored in subsequent chapters. Ultimately, mastering the art of living below your means transforms financial habits from reactive behaviors into deliberate strategies, ensuring that wealth is cultivated sustainably, purposefully, and with lasting impact. Having established the importance of controlling expenses and prioritizing financial freedom, we now transition into Chapter 3, where we examine the power of saving, paying yourself first, and creating a consistent habit of wealth accumulation. Chapter 3, Paying Yourself First, the Power of Saving and Consistent Wealth Accumulation. In this chapter titled Paying Yourself First, the Power of Saving and Consistent Wealth Accumulation, we explore the principle of setting aside a portion of income before any other expenses, while examining the benefits of disciplined saving, the compounding effect of early and consistent investment, and why this practice is fundamental to building lasting wealth and financial independence. Paying yourself first begins with a mindset that your financial future is a priority, because reserving a portion of your income before covering discretionary spending ensures that wealth accumulation is consistent, intentional, and protected from lifestyle pressures or unexpected demands. The narrator emphasizes that even small amounts, saved regularly, grow over time due to the power of compounding, demonstrating that early and disciplined action multiplies wealth far beyond what casual or sporadic saving can achieve. Establishing a fixed percentage of income for saving instills discipline and creates a reliable foundation for future investment, emergency funds, and wealth-building strategies, ensuring that financial security is not left to chance. Consistent saving fosters both confidence and flexibility, because having a financial cushion reduces stress, provides opportunities for growth, and allows the individual to take calculated risks without jeopardizing stability. One of the most significant lessons from this principle is that wealth grows incrementally, and that long-term accumulation is a result of repeated, disciplined action rather than sporadic windfalls, emphasizing the importance of persistence and patience. Another key insight lies in prioritization, because paying yourself first requires adjusting spending habits, distinguishing essential from discretionary expenses, and committing to the principle that financial security is non-negotiable. Budgeting and tracking progress reinforce this practice, as visualizing savings growth motivates continued discipline, highlights the impact of consistent action, and allows for strategic adjustments to maximize accumulation. The importance of this chapter lies in demonstrating that financial independence is a process, not an event, and that consistent application of the pay yourself first principle ensures wealth creation is deliberate, systematic, and sustainable over time. By internalizing this habit, listeners gain the ability to allocate resources wisely, build security, and cultivate an ongoing pattern of financial growth that compounds and strengthens with each month and year. As you apply these lessons, you begin to see that saving is not a sacrifice but an investment in freedom, opportunity, and long-term prosperity, providing the foundation upon which all other wealth-building strategies depend. Ultimately, mastering the principle of paying yourself first transforms financial behavior from reactive spending into proactive wealth creation, ensuring that every earned dollar contributes to a secure, prosperous, and empowered future. Chapter 4. Investing Wisely, Making Your Money Work for You. In this chapter, titled Investing Wisely, Making Your Money Work for You, we explore the principle that wealth grows most effectively when money is directed toward opportunities that generate additional income, while examining the benefits of informed investment, risk management, and the compounding effect that transforms disciplined action into long-term prosperity. Investing wisely begins with understanding that money left idle rarely creates wealth, and that allocating resources to productive ventures, assets, or opportunities allows capital to grow beyond the limits of ordinary labor, multiplying financial potential over time. The narrator emphasizes the importance of knowledge, research, and guidance in investment decisions, because understanding risk, return, and market dynamics ensures that resources are allocated strategically rather than recklessly, reducing the likelihood of loss. Diversification is a key strategy because spreading investments across multiple avenues, whether in business, real estate, or financial instruments, mitigates risk, preserves capital, and increases the probability of steady, sustainable returns. Patience is critical, as investments rarely yield instant results. The power of compounding and gradual growth requires time, discipline, and the ability to resist impulsive decisions driven by short-term fluctuations or emotions. One of the most significant lessons from this principle is that wealth is amplified when money is made to work for you, creating streams of income that supplement earnings, enhance security, and provide freedom to pursue opportunities and personal goals. Another key insight lies in the importance of continuous learning because the financial landscape evolves constantly, and staying informed ensures that investment decisions remain relevant, strategic, and aligned with long-term objectives. Practical experience, mentorship, and consulting trusted advisors strengthen decision-making, because guidance from those who have successfully navigated investment opportunities reduces errors and accelerates financial growth. The importance of this chapter lies in demonstrating that investment is not merely about risk-taking, but about informed strategic allocation of resources that transforms disciplined saving into exponential wealth accumulation. By internalizing these lessons, listeners gain the ability to identify opportunities, allocate resources intelligently, and cultivate the habit of making money work proactively rather than being consumed passively. As you apply these strategies, you begin to see that thoughtful investment, combined with consistent saving and disciplined financial management, multiplies wealth over time, providing the foundation for both security and opportunity in the future. Ultimately, mastering the principle of investing wisely ensures that financial resources are leveraged strategically, transforming disciplined action into long-term prosperity, independence, and enduring financial growth. Chapter 5. Managing Debt, Avoiding Liabilities and Using Credit Responsibly. In this chapter, titled Managing Debt, Avoiding Liabilities and Using Credit Responsibly, we explore how prudent management of obligations, careful use of credit, and avoidance of unnecessary debt are critical for preserving wealth, maintaining financial stability, and creating opportunities for long-term prosperity, while examining the benefits of disciplined debt management and why it is essential for financial independence. Debt, when mismanaged, can undermine even the most disciplined savings and investment strategies, because high-interest liabilities consume resources that could otherwise be used to build wealth, create security, or capitalize on investment opportunities. The narrator emphasizes that understanding the difference between productive debt, which drains resources without benefit, is essential for making informed financial decisions and maintaining long-term stability. Avoiding unnecessary liabilities such as impulse loans, overspending on non-essential items, or high-interest credit obligations preserves capital, reduces stress, and allows for more deliberate allocation of money toward savings, investment, and financial growth. Responsible use of credit requires discipline, planning, and awareness of repayment obligations, interest rates, and potential risks, ensuring that borrowed funds contribute to opportunity rather than creating financial strain or vulnerability. One of the most significant lessons from this chapter is that debt is a tool, not a crutch, and when managed wisely it can amplify financial potential, but when misused it limits options, erodes wealth, and increases dependence on external factors beyond one's control. Another key insight lies in establishing clear financial priorities, because distinguishing essential expenses from discretionary spending and ensuring obligations are met before indulgence fosters long-term security and reinforces discipline. The importance of this chapter lies in demonstrating that avoiding unnecessary debt, managing liabilities proactively. By internalizing these lessons, listeners gain the ability to maintain financial freedom, make strategic decisions about borrowing, and safeguard wealth while creating the flexibility to pursue investments and opportunities that enhance prosperity. As you apply these strategies, you begin to see that disciplined debt management strengthens not only financial stability but also confidence, planning ability, and the capacity to act decisively in alignment with long-term wealth goals. Ultimately, mastering the principles of responsible debt management ensures that liabilities do not obstruct the path to prosperity, allowing money to work efficiently, wealth to grow steadily, and financial independence to become achievable and sustainable over time. Chapter 6. Financial Education, Knowledge, Guidance, and Protecting Your Wealth. In this chapter, titled Financial Education, Knowledge, Guidance, and Protecting Your Wealth, we explore how acquiring financial knowledge, seeking mentorship, and continuously learning about money management, investment, and wealth protection are essential for building and preserving long-term prosperity, while examining the benefits of education and guidance in making informed decisions. Financial education begins with the understanding that wealth is not solely the product of income, but the result of knowledge applied consistently to decisions about earning, saving, investing, and spending wisely, ensuring that money works effectively over time. The narrator emphasizes that ignorance of financial principles can lead to missed opportunities, poor investment choices, and exposure to unnecessary risks, whereas informed decision-making empowers individuals to navigate complex financial landscapes with confidence and precision. Seeking guidance from mentors, trusted advisors, or experienced peers provides practical insight, reduces the likelihood of costly mistakes, and accelerates learning by offering perspectives grounded in experience rather than trial and error. Continuous learning, whether through books, courses, or real-world observation, reinforces awareness of changing markets, emerging opportunities, and new strategies, ensuring that financial decision-making remains relevant, strategic, and effective. One of the most significant lessons from this chapter is that knowledge protects wealth, because understanding principles of risk management, diversification, and long-term planning prevents loss and safeguards resources for growth. Another key insight lies in adaptability, because financially educated individuals can respond intelligently to changes in personal circumstances, economic conditions, or investment landscapes without panic or impulsive decisions. The importance of this chapter lies in demonstrating that wealth is reinforced by understanding and skill, not merely by hard work or luck, and that education is the tool that transforms income, savings, and investments into lasting prosperity. By internalizing these lessons, listeners gain the ability to evaluate opportunities critically, make informed financial decisions, and protect resources against uncertainty, ensuring that money is used strategically to build security and independence. As you apply these principles, you begin to see that continuous learning and mentorship are not optional but essential for long-term wealth. Because financial knowledge empowers you to make decisions that multiply resources, mitigate risk, and create sustainable financial growth. Ultimately, mastering financial education ensures that wealth is both protected and cultivated, providing the foundation for strategic decisions, disciplined management, and the ability to navigate uncertainty with confidence, foresight, and resilience. Chapter 7. Seizing Opportunity, Calculated Risk, and Strategic Wealth Growth. In this chapter, titled Seizing Opportunity, Calculated Risk, and Strategic Wealth Growth, we explore how recognizing and acting upon opportunities, taking informed and deliberate risks, and applying knowledge strategically enables the growth of wealth. While examining the benefits of opportunity-driven action and why calculated risk is essential for financial success, opportunity is often fleeting, and the ability to recognize it requires awareness, preparation, and the confidence to act decisively, because those who hesitate or fail to evaluate potential are likely to miss chances to multiply their resources. The narrator emphasizes that wealth is not accumulated solely through cautious saving. It grows exponentially when informed risks are taken strategically, combining knowledge, timing, and judgment to maximize returns while minimizing unnecessary exposure. Calculated risk involves analyzing potential rewards, understanding possible setbacks, and aligning actions with long-term objectives, ensuring that ventures, investments, or business decisions contribute meaningfully to financial goals rather than endangering stability. Preparation is key, because those who educate themselves, seek guidance, and build foundational resources are positioned to leverage opportunities effectively, turning insight and action into tangible results. One of the most significant lessons from this principle is that fortune favors the prepared mind, as recognizing and acting on opportunities requires both awareness and readiness to respond thoughtfully and decisively. Another key insight lies in persistence, because repeated exposure to opportunities, combined with disciplined evaluation, strengthens judgment, increases confidence, and improves the likelihood of successful outcomes over time. The importance of this chapter lies in demonstrating that risk without preparation or strategy is reckless, but informed action taken when conditions are favorable amplifies the impact of resources, knowledge, and effort, creating compounding wealth. By internalizing these lessons, listeners gain the ability to assess opportunities critically, act with strategic intent, and convert potential into measurable growth, transforming passive observation into active wealth building. As you apply these principles, you begin to see that financial success is not merely the product of effort, but of deliberate action guided by knowledge, timing, and the courage to seize calculated opportunities when they arise. Ultimately, mastering the power of opportunity ensures that wealth grows strategically, consistently, and sustainably, leveraging knowledge, preparation, and action to maximize financial potential while minimizing unnecessary risk. Chapter 8. Preserving Wealth, Legacy, Responsibility, and Sustaining Prosperity. In this chapter, titled Preserving Wealth, Legacy, Responsibility, and Sustaining Prosperity, we explore how the principles of disciplined management, thoughtful planning, and intentional stewardship ensure that wealth is not only accumulated but maintained, while examining the benefits of protecting assets and why sustaining prosperity is essential for long-term security and the ability to leave a meaningful legacy. Preserving wealth begins with disciplined oversight, because even significant resources can be eroded through mismanagement, neglect, or unwise decision-making, highlighting the importance of vigilance and strategic planning in financial stewardship. The narrator emphasizes that responsibility accompanies prosperity, as maintaining wealth requires careful budgeting, informed investment, and thoughtful allocation of resources to protect both current security and future opportunity. Estate planning, succession strategies, and financial education for heirs are integral components of preservation, ensuring that wealth is transferred responsibly and continues to provide support, opportunity, and stability across generations. Consistent monitoring of investments, evaluating market changes, and adjusting strategies when necessary protects against erosion of capital while enabling ongoing growth and adaptation to shifting economic conditions. One of the most significant lessons from this principle is that wealth is both a tool and a responsibility, and that prosperity is maximized when it is preserved, leveraged strategically, and shared with consideration for long-term impact. Another key insight lies in foresight, because anticipating potential risks, planning for contingencies, and cultivating knowledge about financial systems ensures that resources remain secure and productive over time. The importance of this chapter lies in demonstrating that accumulation alone is insufficient, and that lasting prosperity depends on disciplined preservation, proactive management, and thoughtful decision-making aligned with values and goals. By internalizing these lessons, listeners gain the ability to protect their financial achievements, ensure sustainability, and cultivate the mindset required to maintain and grow wealth responsibly over a lifetime. As you apply these strategies, you begin to see that preserving wealth is not passive, but an active practice involving careful attention, foresight, and consistent discipline, reinforcing security, stability, and opportunity for the future. Ultimately, mastering the principles of wealth preservation ensures that prosperity is sustained, financial freedom is maintained, and the ability to create a lasting legacy is realized, providing both personal security and the capacity to positively impact future generations. As we conclude The Richest Man in Babylon, Timeless Wealth and Money Lessons, it becomes clear that wealth is cultivated not by chance but through consistent discipline, informed decisions, and the application of timeless principles that guide earning, saving, investing, and preserving resources. Over the course of these 8 chapters, you have explored the foundations of financial success, the importance of living below your means, the power of paying yourself first, the impact of wise investment, responsible debt management, the value of financial education, seizing opportunities, and sustaining wealth for the long term. You have seen that prosperity is not merely about income but about the deliberate combination of discipline, knowledge, strategy, and foresight. By internalizing these principles, listeners can build financial security, create opportunities for growth, and achieve independence while avoiding common pitfalls and unnecessary risk. The benefits of these lessons are profound: increased confidence in decision-making, reduced financial stress, greater control over resources, and the ability to leverage money to create long-term prosperity. Ultimately, this audiobook demonstrates that financial success is the result of intentional action, strategic thinking, and disciplined habits that, when applied consistently, lead to enduring wealth and the ability to leave a meaningful legacy. If this audiobook has inspired you to take control of your financial future, begin by applying the principles of saving, disciplined spending, and informed investment immediately. Follow Fremma Audiobooks for more content designed to strengthen financial literacy, wealth-building skills, and strategic money management. Subscribe to receive regular insights that help transform knowledge into practical action and long-term prosperity. Leave a review to support the mission of sharing timeless wealth principles and empowering listeners to achieve financial independence. Share this audiobook with someone who is ready to improve their financial habits, build wealth systematically, and secure their future. Remember, wealth grows through consistent, disciplined action, informed decision-making, and the deliberate application of timeless principles, not by luck or impulsive choices. Begin today. Invest in your knowledge, practice financial discipline, and take the steps necessary to build lasting security, prosperity, and a legacy that endures. Your journey to financial independence starts now, guided by the wisdom of Babylon and the strategies outlined in this audio.